I'm Lara. We'll be doing a Vinyasa flow class. So today go ahead and get started in child's pose. And as you set up in your child's pose, you can have your knees wider apart, big toes touching together. Feel your hips shift back towards your heels. And set your forearms down, set your forehead down. And if it feels more restful in your shoulders, you can take your arms back to the outsides of the legs and just settle your body down into this shape. Feel your face soften, feel the belly soften. And as you're most likely practicing at home, allow yourself to create some space. Imagine that this is your own little yoga studio. Your mat is your little sacred space to take a break from everything else. So allow yourself to create that separation from the rest of your day as we enter into our practice. Calming the breath, calming the mind. We'll take a few rounds of deep breaths together here, taking a big full breath in through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth, let it go. And again, full breath in, expanding through the belly, ribs, chest. And through the mouth, sigh it out, let it go. One more full breath in, expanding through the belly, ribs, chest. And sigh it out through the mouth, let it all go. On your next round of breath, same breath in through the nose. Keep your lips sealed and breathe out through the nose as well. And keeping your lips sealed, start to take your breaths smoothly in through the nose and out through the nose, creating that rhythm of breath. Ujjayi breath, the victorious breath. And if you'd like to create an intention for your practice, feel free to take a moment to set one, any positive thought for yourself or for anyone else who might need it. And from here, start to stretch your arms all the way out in front of you if they're not already there. Spread through the fingers wide and press your palms down into the earth. And with your inhale, rise up onto your hands and knees. Take your knees and feet about hip distance apart. Tuck your toes, lift the hips all the way up and back into your downward dog. Inhale, shift forward to your plank position. Gently lower your knees back down to your mat. Point your toes back, shift your hips back towards your heels, child's pose. And we'll create this little flow, so inhale, rise up to your hands and knees. Tuck your toes, use the strength of the core to press your hips all the way up and back, downward dog. Shift your shoulders over your wrists, gently drop the knees down, point your toes back. Exhale, hips to heels, child's pose. One more round before we add on more. Inhale, rising up to your hands and knees. Tuck your toes, exhale, pressing the hips all the way up and back. Inhale, shifting your shoulders forward, softly lowering the knees down. Toes point back. Take the hips all the way back towards the heels. And this round, as you inhale, rising up to your hands and knees. Tuck your toes, lift the hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. And pause in your downward dog. Take a moment to pedal the feet out if you'd like. You can stay in your stillness if you'd like. Maybe lift both heels up and slowly lower them down a few times. And then from here, walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Without dragging your hands, come into a forward fold at the back of our space. Rise up halfway, flat spine, lengthen through the heart space, draw the shoulders away from the ears, and with your exhale, fold it back down. And rise all the way up to standing. Sweep your arms up, touch your palms overhead at the top of the breath. And exhale, bring your hands to the heart space. And with your inhale, sweep the arms up, lifting up through the body. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold it forward down towards the earth. Rise up halfway, flat spine. Exhale and fold. Keep your core hugging in. Walk your hands all the way forward into your plank position. Shoulders line up over the wrists. Feel the legs pressing straight, heels draw back. And with your inhale, shift your shoulders slightly beyond the wrists. Exhale, slowly lower all the way to the belly with control. Try to lower down in one piece. Toes point back, hands are placed by the lower ribs. And rise up to cobra, lifting the heart, keep pressing the feet down, widen across the collarbones, elbows and shoulders draw back. Exhale, release your chest back down. Engage your core, tuck your toes. Press up to plank, feel free to use your knees as needed. Exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. And take your right leg all the way up and back. Three-legged downward dog, flexing through the heel, flexing through the foot.
knee to chest, knee to nose, and step your foot lightly all the way through between your palms. Lower your left knee down gently. And then press it back up towards the sky. Just do that a couple more times, lowering the left knee down, pulling the heart forward as you rise to your fingertips. Now as you exhale, press your legs straight. One more time, lowering the back knee down, and then lifting the back knee up. And then gently lower your left knee down, point your left toes back, rise up to your fingertips, reach them all the way up towards the sky into your low crescent. And pause here, opening up through the front side of the body. Feel the lift up through the sternum, option to touch your palms and gaze up. And then as you exhale, bring your fingertips down on either side of your right foot. Shift your hips back and straighten through your right leg, Ardha Hanuman half splits. So you want to keep your hips aligned just above your left knee. Avoid doing this thing where you're shifting your hips all the way back. You want to keep your hips above the knee. Keep your right foot flexed with your toes pulling back. Keep the spine long, see if you can fold a bit deeper, just opening up into the back of this right leg, melting in. And start to rebend into your right knee. Plant your palms on either side of your right foot. Tuck your back toes under. And we'll take this front foot, the right foot, all the way back up to the sky, back to your three-legged downward dog. And keep your right leg lifted. We're going to walk our hands back towards your left foot into a standing split at the back of the mat. Relax your head and neck down. And then cross your right leg behind your left leg. So the pinky toe edges of your feet are together. Let your chest fold in. And then from here, start to walk your hands over towards the left side of your body. Feel this deep stretch into the back of your left leg. Into the side, into the IT band. And walk your hands back through center. Uncross the legs so your big toes are touching. Little space between the heels, bend your knees, sweep your arms up, sit back, inhale and lift. Exhale, sit down low, try to touch the ground to the outsides of the feet. Inhale, arms and chest, lift back up. 2 more times, sweeping the fingertips down. Inhale and lift. 1 more time, sweeping the fingertips down. Inhale, lift up. Touch your palms, bring your hands in front of the heart. Go for a twist over towards the right. Take your left elbow to the outside of the knee. Press your palms together as you turn the chest open. And steady full breaths in and out. And keep your feet strong, grounded into the earth. Keep your knees bent. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold it forward. Let it go. Rise up halfway. Exhale and fold. And with a strong core, walk all the way forward into your plank position. Shoulders over your wrists. Lower slow all the way to the belly. Toes point back. Rise to cobra or upward dog on your inhale. Back bend lifts. Exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. Inhale your left leg up and back. Reaching back through the heel, flexing through the foot. And bring your knee into the chest, knee to nose, round up through the spine so you can lightly step your foot all the way through between your palms. Rise up to your fingertips. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, gently tap your right knee down to the mat. Pull the heart forward. Exhale, press your right leg straight. 2 more times, tapping the knee down. Inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale, pressing your right leg straight. And 1 more time, knee taps down. Inhale. Exhale, pressing the leg straight. And then start to lower your right knee back down. Point your right toes back. Lift up through the arms, through the chest. Rising up to your low crescent. So feel your lower belly hugging in to help support that lift all the way up through the palms, through the fingertips, option to touch them together. 1 more lengthening inhale breath. Exhale, half splits, fingertips down. Shift your hips back and straightening through the left leg, flexing through the foot and melting your chest forward. So work on feeling length through both sides of the waist, lengthening through the spine. Keep your left foot flexed. And steady breath as you open up into the back of your left leg. Let the shoulders stay relaxed away from the ears. And then gently start to rebend into your left knee. Plant your palms down. Tuck your back toe so you can lift your right knee up. And take your left leg all the way back up to the sky, back to your three-legged downward dog, reaching back through the heel. Walk your hands all the way back towards your right foot into a standing split at the back of your mat. Feel your chest fold in. Find balance. Take 1 more inhale breath. And then as you exhale, cross your left leg behind the right leg. Pinky toe edges of your feet are pressing together. Melting your chest forward. It's fine to have a tiny bend in both knees. Walk your fingertips over towards the right. Feel your chest fold over the right side of your legs. And start to walk your hands, your arms, your chest back through center. Uncross your legs, big toes touch. Slight space between the heels and bend your knees. Sweep your arms up, sit back, sitting down low to your chair pose. This time as you exhale, sweep your arms over towards the right, twist your chest to the right. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, over towards the left. Inhale, come back up through center. And again, one more time to the right. Inhale and lift. Exhale and twist over towards the left. And come back up through center. Touch your palms overhead. Bring your hands to the heart. And go for a deep held twist to the left. Take your right elbow to the outside of the knee. So keep your knees and hips in line with each other. Focus on lengthening from the tailbone all the way through the crown of the head. Feel your belly button twisting up and away from the thighs. And steady full breaths in your twist. And keeping your knees bent on your inhale, rise back up through center, back up to chair pose, facing forward. See if you can lift your heels up high. And then from here, we're going to come all the way down into a squat. So bring your hands in front of the heart. Keep your heels lifted up as much as you can. Knees are going to point straight forward into this toe squat. See if you can sit down onto your heels. You can bring your fingertips down onto the ground, or maybe you have blocks or other props that you can have to help support you here. And steady breaths, finding balance. And then you can use your hands to fold forward into your forward fold. Rise up halfway, flat spine. Exhale and fold. We're going to walk it all the way forward to plank position, taking your time, moving forward through plank. Legs pressing straight, core hugging in. Inhale, shifting the shoulders forward, lower down halfway or all the way down. Toes point back as you inhale, rise up to your back bend. And exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. And walk, step or float the feet up to the hands, back up to your forward fold, rise up halfway. Exhale, deep fold, back down, and then rise all the way to standing, sweeping your arms up, touching palms overhead at the top of the breath. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Surya A with the breath. Inhale, sweeping your arms up. Exhale, hinge up the hips, fold forward. Rise up halfway, flat spine. Exhale, step it back to plank or float it back, chaturanga. Lower slow with control. Toes point back as you press the earth away into your back bend. Exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back to downward dog. So just remembering your foundation in your downward dog, spread through the fingers wide. Feel the surface area of the palms pressing down. Feet and hands grounded, feeling the hips pressing up and back. Steady, full breaths. And then walk, step or float your feet up to your hands, back up to your forward fold. Rise up halfway, flat spine. Exhale, fold back down. Rise all the way to standing, sweeping arms up, touching palms overhead at the top of the breath. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Couple more rounds. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Rise up halfway. Exhale and fold. Step it back to plank or float it back, chaturanga. Press the earth away as you inhale to rise to your back bend. Exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back, downward dog. Walk, step or float the feet back up to your hands. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, deep fold back down. Inhale, rising to stand, sweeping arms up, touching palms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart space. One more round together, sweeping the arms up. Inhale and lift. Exhale, hinge up the hips, fold forward. Rise up halfway, flat spine. Exhale, step it back or float it back. Vinyasa. Always options to skip vinyasas and move straight through to your downward dog if you'd like. And as you make your way into your downward dog, take a full breath in through the nose and sigh it all out through the mouth. Let it go. And bring your right leg up and back. Reach back through the heel and shift forward, bringing your right knee to your right shoulder or tricep. Shoulders shift over your wrists. And inhale, extend your right leg straight back. And cross your knee over to the outside of the left arm. Shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, extend it back. And shift forward, knee to chest, knee to nose. Round up through the spine and step your foot all the way through between your palms. Set up your feet about hip distance, rising up to the fingertips. Let your heart draw forward and start to lift your chest up and float your arms back alongside the ears, back alongside the body. Now on your next inhale, sweep your arms forward alongside the ears. And then as you exhale, just sweep the arms back, keeping your core hugging in. And 2 more times. Inhale, sweeping the arms forward. Exhale, reach the arms back. And 1 more with the breath. Inhale, sweeping the arms forward alongside the ears. Exhale, just reaching the arms back. And then as you inhale, rise with your chest, with your arms all the way up to your high crescent. Option to touch your palms and gaze up. And then into your standing splits, fingertips down, left leg floats up. And if you want to play with your balance here, you can bring your right hand to your ankle or calf, or both hands to your ankle or calf. If you have an inversion practice, maybe take 1 or 2 hops up towards a handstand. And ground your fingertips. Take a big step back with the ball of your left foot. Gently lower your left knee down, coming back up to your low crescent, reaching up through the arms, through the chest. Exhale, open through the elbows, widen across the heart space. Inhale, reach your arms back up towards the sky. Exhale and plant your palms down. Left knee lifts up so you can take your right leg back up towards the sky, back to your 3-legged downward dog. And just shift forward to a 3-legged plank position. And take the gap between your big toe and your second toe on your right foot behind the left heel. And you can stay here in this 1-legged plank position, or you can come with me for a couple of push-ups. Shift your shoulders forward, lower down, chaturanga. Press it back up. And 2 more times, lowering down, press it back up. 1 more with the breath, lowering down, press it back up. And we'll take the hips back, take your right leg back up towards the sky, and just step your foot down onto your mat. Lift your left leg up towards the sky, and bring your left knee to the left shoulder, tricep, shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, extend it back, and cross your knee over to the outside of your right arm, shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, extend it back. Knee to chest, knee to nose, step your foot all the way through between your palms, and setting up your feet about hip distance apart, lifting through the chest. Just finding that length through the body, and then starting to float your chest up, and sweep your arms back alongside the body. And steady breaths here, just hovering forward. Keep your left knee stacked above the left heel. And again, finding that movement with the arms. Inhale, sweeping the arms forward alongside the ears. Exhale, reach the arms back alongside the body. Inhale, sweeping the arms forward. Exhale, sweeping the arms back. And just 1 more with the breath. Inhale, sweeping the arms forward. Feel the body strengthening. Exhale, sweep the arms back. And with your inhale, rising all the way up, high crescent, sweeping up through the arms, through the chest. Maybe you touch your palms, gaze up, and into your standing splits, fingertips down. Right leg floats up towards the sky, melting into your standing splits, finding this balance, folding your chest in. Relax your head and neck down. And steady full breaths in and out. Play with your balance any way that you'd like. And then grounding your fingertips. Take a big step back with the ball of your right foot and gently lower your right knee down to your mat. Lifting up through the arms, through the chest, back to your low crescent. Exhale, open through the elbows, widen across the chest. Inhale, reach your arms back up towards the sky, and then plant your palms down. Lift your back knee up and take your left leg back up towards the sky. Shift forward to a 3-legged plank position, and then take the gap between the second toe and the big toe on your left foot to the back of your right heel. And again, you can stay right here, or follow along for those chaturanga push-ups, taking your heart forward. Slowly lower. Press it back up, and 2 more with the breath. Lowering down, press it back up, and 1 more, lowering down, pressing it back up. Lift the hips up and back, take your left leg back up towards the sky, and then just set your left foot down onto your mat. Inhale and shift forward to plank position. Slowly lower chaturanga. Rise up to your inhale, into your back bend, and exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back, downward dog. Take another full breath in through the nose and through the mouth. Let it all go. And start to gently lower your knees down. Shift your hips back towards the heels. Child's pose, let your body rest. And let your forehead rest, let your forearms rest. And again, arms, feel free to stretch them forward or stretch them back. And then from here, just gently start to rise up onto your hands and knees. So coming up onto all fours, and then coming onto your forearms. So set up your elbows underneath the shoulders, keep your forearms about parallel. If you're super tight in your shoulders, you can lace up your fingers, creating this triangle shape between the hands and the elbows, gluing the sides, the blades of your forearms down onto the mat. And press into your forearms, feel the heart drawing forward. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. We'll make our way to a dolphin pose. You can walk your feet in as close as you can towards your elbows. Keep pressing the forearms into the earth so your head lifts off of the mat. And steady, full breaths. Feel the shoulders turn on. Feel the shoulders wake up. And if you have an inversion practice, you can take one leg up at a time. Maybe practice your balance. And steady with your breaths wherever you are. And then gently lowering your knees down, shifting your hips back towards your heels, and rising up to seated onto your heels. Bring your hands to the tops of the thighs. You can have them face down or turn your palms face up. And allow your eyes to relax closed. And feel the heat that you've created in the body. Take another full breath in through the nose. And sigh it out through the mouth. Let it all go. And gently open your eyes. And from here, rise onto your knees. Circle your arms up towards the sky. And we're going to land into our tabletop position. So just hinge at the hips. Set up your wrists underneath the shoulders. And with your inhale, lower your belly down. Take your gaze forward, widen across the chest into your cow pose. Exhale, round up through the spine into cat pose. And just do a couple more rounds on your own, opening up through the spine a little bit more. And coming back to neutral. Tuck your toes, lift your hips all the way up and back, downward dog. Take your right leg up and back. And bring your right knee to your right shoulder, triceps, shifting your shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, extend it back. And cross your knee over to the outside of the left arm, shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, extend it back. Knee to chest, hug in your core, step your foot through between your palms, spin your left heel down. And feet are heel to heel or a little bit wider. We're going to rise facing forward to warrior one. So try to get your hips to point forward, chest is pointing forward. And if you can, touch your palms, gaze up. And steady breaths here. And start to straighten your right leg. So finding the feet grounding into the earth, pulling all that energy up through the legs, through the sides of the waist, all the way up through the fingertips. Lift your back heel up. Bring your hands through the heart space. Soft bend into your right knee to launch into warrior three. Left leg lifts, keeping your hips balanced. And finding the length forward through the crown of the head, back through the left heel. And then from here, start to sweep your arms back alongside the body. You can always keep your hands at the heart. You can always take any version that you'd like. If you want to go for this version of movement with the breath, on your inhale, sweep your arms forward alongside the ears. And as you exhale, sweep your arms all the way back. And again, inhale, sweeping the arms forward. Find that nice long stretch. Exhale, draw the arms back alongside the body. One more with the breath. Inhale, sweeping the arms forward. And exhale, sweeping the arms back. Softly bend into your right knee. Plant the ball of your left foot down. Back up to high crescent. Sweep the arms up towards the sky. Touch your palms. Hands through the heart space. Go for a twist to your right. Take your left elbow to the outside of the knee. Press your right palm into the left to twist your chest open. Back leg is pressing straight and strong. And steady full breaths here. Grounded through the feet. Inhale, rise back up through center. Reach the arms up. Circle your arms wide back behind you. Take them down to the ground. Step it back to plank position. Lower chaturanga. Rise on your inhale, pressing the earth away. And exhale, lift the hips up and back to your downward dog. And inhale the left leg up and back. Left knee to the left shoulder, tricep, shoulders shift over your wrists. Inhale, extend it back. And then cross your knee over to the outside of your right arm. Inhale, extend it back. Knee to chest, knee to nose, step your foot through between your palms. Spin the right heel down, rise facing forward up to your warrior one, lifting up through the arms, through the chest, through the fingertips. So feel the grounding through the back foot and into the front foot. Soften the shoulders, option to touch your palms and gaze up. And then start to straighten your left leg. So both legs are straight. Again, feel that uplifting energy up through the fingertips. Lift your back heel up. Bring your hands through the heart space. Just a soft bend into your left knee as you launch yourself forward, warrior three. Right leg lifts, flexing the foot. Keep your hips balanced. And create space through the back side of the body. And again, you can stay here, stay where you can find balance. You can choose to move the arms with the breath, starting with the arms sweeping back alongside the body. Inhale, sweep your arms forward alongside the ears. Find that nice long reach. Exhale, sweep the arms back alongside the body. And two more. Inhale, sweeping the arms forward. Exhale, reaching the arms back. And one more with the breath. Inhale, sweeping the arms forward. Reaching the arms all the way back. And then softly bending into your left knee. Plant the ball of the right foot down. Sweep your arms back up towards the sky. Touch your palms overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Go for a deep twist across the body over towards the left. Right elbow to the outside of the knee. Pressing the palms together, pressing your right leg straight. And steady full breaths in and out. On your inhale, reach your arms, turn your chest back forward, all the way back up to high crescent. Exhale, plant your palms down. With control, step it back to plank. Lower slow chaturanga. Toes point back, press the earth away, lift through the heart. And exhale, lift your hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. And take a full breath in through the nose. And sigh it all out through the mouth, let it go. And walk, step or float the feet up to your hands, coming back up to your forward fold at the top of our space. Rise up halfway, flat spine. Exhale, fold it back down. Rise all the way up to standing, sweeping your arms up, touch your palms overhead at the top of the breath. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Sit back into your chair pose. Keep your hands in front of the heart. Feet can be together or about hip distance apart. And steady breaths here. And from wherever you are in your chair pose, see again if you can lift your heels up. See if you can sit your hips down a bit lower. And we're going to move all the way back down into that squat. So you can definitely stay up a bit higher. And if it feels okay, start to slowly sit down onto your heels. Knees are pointing forward. And steady full breaths in, steady full breaths out. And finding this balance. And if you have this balance here, see if you can reach your arms up and overhead. And bring your hands back up through the heart space. Into your forward fold. Fingertips down, fold your chest in. And rise all the way to standing, sweeping your arms up, touching your palms overhead at the top of the breath. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Inhale, sweeping your arms up, lifting up through the body. Exhale, fold forward, let it all go. Rise up halfway, flat spine. Exhale and fold and step it back or float it back. Lower through your chaturanga. Toes point back. Inhale, lift through the heart space. And exhale, take the hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. And from here, inhale your right leg up and back. Right knee to your right shoulder, tricep. Shift your shoulders forward. Inhale, extend back through the heel. Cross your knee over to the outside of your left arm. Inhale, extend it back. Knee to chest, knee to nose, and step your foot all the way through between your palms. Keep your back heel lifted, rise up to your high crescent, sweeping up through the arms, through the chest. Exhale, lean your heart forward and sweep your arms back. And then rise back up to your high crescent. And then into standing splits, fingertips down, back leg lifts up. Coming up to lift up through the fingertips. So come up to your fingertips, draw your heart forward. Take one more inhale breath. And as you exhale, bend your left knee, hug it in towards your chest, round up through the spine, and start to point your right knee forward. And you can stay here back into the squat, or start to extend your left heel all the way forward into this little pistol squat. Good. From here, hug this heel back in towards the chest and extend it back up towards the sky, folding into your standing splits. And again, you can stay here, you can stay in your squat, or take it 2 more times with me, taking an inhale. Exhale, left knee into the chest, hug it in, round up through the spine, extend this left heel all the way forward, chest upright. Hug the heel back in, press the left leg back up towards the sky. 1 more time, bending the knee into the chest, rise up to the fingertips, bending into your right knee, extend the left leg all the way forward. Left knee bends, reach your left leg all the way back up towards the sky, standing splits. And then step your feet together at the top of your space, rise up halfway. Exhale, deep fold, back down, and rise all the way up to standing, sweeping your arms up, touching your palms overhead at the top of the breath. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Inhale, sweeping your arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Rise up halfway, flat spine. Exhale, step it back to plank or float it back, chaturanga. Lower slow with control. Toes point back, inhale to press the earth away into your back bend. Exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back, downward dog. Then inhale your left leg up and back. Bring your left knee to your left shoulder or tricep. Inhale, extend it back. Cross your knee over to the outside of the right arm. Inhale, extend it back. Knee to chest, step your foot all the way through between your palms. Rise up, high crescent, sweeping up through the arms, through the chest, through the fingertips. Exhale, lean your heart forward, sweep your arms back alongside the body. Inhale, reach it back up towards the sky, high crescent. Exhale, standing splits, fingertips down to the ground. Right leg lifts up, folding in. Take a moment into your standing splits. And start to bring yourself up high onto your fingertips, heart pulls forward. Take 1 more inhale breath. And then as you exhale, bend your right knee. Hug your right knee into the chest. You'll start to lift up to the ball of your left foot as you extend your right heel all the way forward. Open up through the chest. Hug your right knee back in. Squeeze your heel in towards the bottom. Extend it back up towards the sky. 1 more inhale breath. Exhale, bending the knee. Hugging it into the chest. Take it all the way through. Rebend into the knee. Take your right leg all the way back up to the sky. 1 more time, bending your right knee, hugging it into the chest, finding that balance, extending the right heel forward. Rebend the right knee, take it all the way back up to the sky, standing splits. Feet together at the top of our space, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold it back down, and rise all the way to standing. Sweep your arms up, touch your palms overhead at the top of the breath. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Inhale, sweeping your arms up. Exhale, fold forward, let it go. Rise up halfway, flat spine. Exhale, step it back to plank and pause in your plank position. Pressing the heels back, hugging the core in, pressing the legs straight, and just press the earth away and press into your feet. As you inhale, shift your shoulders forward. Slowly lower all the way to the belly. Feel free to use your knees. Toes point back. Reach your arms back alongside the body with your palms facing up. And with your inhale breath, lift through the chest, arms, legs up. Shalabhasana. Keep your gaze down so your neck is relaxed. Feel the backside of the body strengthening. Full breaths in and out. Take 1 more inhale breath. And exhale, release. Relax your arms. Turn onto one cheek. Feel free to let your eyes relax closed. Bring your chin or forehead back through center. Take a full breath together here. Take an inhale. Breathe it out. Inhale, back bend, round 2. Lifting on your inhale, chest, legs, arms float up. And then if you want to challenge your body a bit more, you might reach your arms forward. Keep your gaze down and just finding this lengthening through the fingertips and back through the heels. You might feel this a bit more in your lower back, so just see if it feels safe. You can always take your arms back alongside the body. One more inhale, breath. And exhale, release. Turn onto your opposite cheek as you relax your head, neck, arms back down. And bringing your head back through center, chin or forehead resting onto the ground. And then if you want to take a little bit deeper this time, you'll take your hands behind your back, first lacing up the fingers. Take a full breath in and out. And with your inhale, lift the chest, arms, legs, floating everything up and away from the earth. And take one more inhale. Exhale, gently release all the way back down. And bring your hands by your chest. Press yourself all the way back to your child's pose. Stretch your spine, let your forehead rest, let your forearms rest. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And from here we'll do just a couple of minutes of an inversion practice of your choice. So most simple is to come into a supported shoulder stand. You could either set up a block or a prop underneath your hips, or take your hips against the wall and just take your legs up towards the sky. If you practice a full shoulder stand, if you have a headstand, handstand, other inversion practice, take a moment to go upside down. So if you're unsure, you can take that simple version, just laying onto your back and drawing the legs up towards the sky. And our backs of our legs are really open, hamstrings are open, will help you lift up. And find focus, try to find stillness, whichever inversion that you're practicing today. And just make sure you're really safe. I'm not going to be there to be able to watch you come into it. So protect your neck, protect your shoulders. Really be safe about this practice without rushing into it. Just know that there's a benefit from even laying on your back and just taking your legs up towards the sky. And with control, starting to make your way back down. If you did a headstand or a handstand, take a child's pose for a few breaths. And then in a moment, we're all going to meet on our back with our knees bent up. So have your feet aligned right underneath your knees. Take a moment to open out your arms out to the sides, widening open across the chest. Take a full breath in through the nose, and through the mouth, let it go. And bring your knees in towards your chest. Come into a happy baby pose, separating the knees, stacking the heels above the knees as you flex the feet. And you can gently rock side to side here. And feel free to straddle your legs out one at a time or both at the same time if you'd like. And bring your knees back in towards your chest. Extend both of your legs up towards the sky. Flex through your feet. And take your hands behind your thighs, behind your calves, around the ankles, wherever feels good. And you're going to pull the legs in towards you with the strength of the arms. Keep your head, neck, and shoulders relaxed. Just imagine like we're doing a seated forward fold, except we're here on our backs. Soften the shoulders, soften the face. Last couple of breaths, drawing in. And gently bend your knees, plant your feet down. Once again, open your arms up to the sides. Make your way into your favorite spinal twist. Direct your knees to the left side first. You can cross one leg over the other, do a simple 2-knee twist. Option to gaze in the opposite direction of the legs. And feel free to let your eyes relax closed, softening the body down. Bring your head and your knees back up through center. Twist in the opposite way, taking your knees over towards the right side, gaze over towards the left side. Again, bring your head and your knees back up through center. Hug your knees into the chest one last time, and as you hug your knees in, thank your body for the way it supported you through this life and through this practice. And start to relax your arms down, relax your feet down, take your time extending out long through the body. As we set up for Shavasana, you can extend out long. You can always rest with your knees bent up or touch the bottoms of the feet together with the knees open. Your most comfortable rest. Take another full breath in through the nose, expanding through the lungs fully. Sigh it out through the mouth, let it all go. Let your entire body surrender into ease. Feel the eyes gently relax back. Feel your jaw relax. Shoulders are heavy. Belly is soft. Hips are heavy. Resting all the way down through the arms, into the fingers, all the way down through the legs, into the toes. Receiving all the benefits of our practice. You're welcome to stay here in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. Let your practice feel complete. If you're ready to close up your practice, start to deepen your breath, allowing the breath to gently reawaken the body. And on your next inhale, stretch your arms all the way back behind you. Find a nice long stretch from head to toe, from fingertips to toes. And gently bend your knees up, plant your feet onto the earth, roll over onto your favorite side for your fetal position. And finding grounding here, feeling the support of the earth beneath you. See if you can still keep your eyes rested closed and gently make your way up to your meditation seat. Your most comfortable seat. You can sit with your legs crossed or whatever's the most comfortable. Rest your hands gently to the tops of the legs. Find a tall spine, softness through the shoulders. And touch your palms together in front of the heart center. And find gratitude for your practice, for the time you've taken to practice self-care and self-love. And I invite you to chant the sound of Om with me. Together, taking an inhale. Om. And the sound of Om is said to encompass all the sounds of the universe. A reminder that we are all connected. We are all one. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.